Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a video interviewing Floyd, who you guys have already seen before from YOTA Campers. He's lended me my van, and I've decided to take a new direction with my channel and interview the interesting people I meet while traveling, because it's a super important part of travel is all the talented and creative people you meet. And I figured it'd be great to interview Floyd because he's also traveled a lot. I think you said about 6 years?
Yeah, on and off. I was pretty steady for about 6 years. I did come back for a few months here and there.
How did you finance that? How did you keep traveling? Because it's easy to save up for like a year, but then to keep going, what was your trick?
Yeah, lots of tricks. I mean, I did have a little bit of money saved in the beginning. It wasn't much. And then I kind of just started looking for odd jobs. I did a bit of work as a chef or kitchen hand.
What about visa situations? Like, were these under the table kind of jobs?
Some were. But in my scenario, I'm actually very lucky and hold a European passport, which means I'm quite free to work in any of these European countries. And the cool thing about Europe is they have a bottle return policy where you can actually collect quite a few bottles and make quite a bit of money. So I did that kind of.
Okay, so your secret is you collect bottles.
Yeah.
You worked in different kitchens in different parts of different countries? Is that what you did? Like
yeah, most of the time it was kitchen hand and some bar work. I'm a very cheap person to support, you know. At that time it was like rice and cheeseburgers. I don't need luxury. I was skateboard, basic clothes. I was pretty happy. But all around Europe, the bottle trick, it might seem like, you know, but you collect 5 bottles and you go get yourself a burger from a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Just glass bottles?
Plastic bottles are worth more. It's a very party culture environment, so you could get a shopping trolley and walk down the street at 1 AM and fill it.
And then you also got paid for skating, right? Did you at some point?
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time skateboarding, literally AM till PM, just finding new spots, meeting new people. And at some point, a Taiwanese lady approached me. She said she was going to send me a skateboard and give me details. I'm like, wow, this is weird, but here's my details.
Yeah.
And a few weeks later, there was a board in the mail. So that kind of started off my, I guess you could call it a sponsorship. It wasn't a lot of money, but it enabled my travel.
I guess you do what you can to stay on the road, so yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a different journey and everyone can make money a different way, but for the main part, if you're passionate enough about what you're doing and traveling, money won't be an issue because your subconscious, your mind, your being is powerful enough to figure it out. You might do it tough for a while, but the drive that a human has to just keep going and keep figuring things out that's enough. You know, a lot of people might look at my situation, oh, you're so lucky and this, that, and like, I think luck's not really a word in the dictionary. I think you're given luck by the energy you give to others and how you go about your life, your interactions with other humans, and opportunities will present themselves.
Yeah.
You help others in times of need and help, somebody will come along and help you.
So right now we're actually sitting at your commune, and I know you've expressed to me that was actually one of the reasons when you were traveling, there was kind of a reason why you started this place. Do you want to share? Or maybe explain more about what this place is. Like,
I can try and explain a little bit about that, sure, why not? After about 6 years of traveling all around the world, I feel like some of my greatest experiences have been in these kind of commune or like experimental living situations where you've got a big share house or a block of property. Anyway, so like the culture of this build stuff, do it yourself, thrive in a kind of community that supports each other, whether it's dumpster diving, growing your own food, or just joining forces on some kind of creative art project. All of that was just such a big influence in my travels. And then I came back to Australia and I thought, where's the communes? Where's the people at? Where's the live music and the jams and like this creative hippie culture? I tried to find it and I really struggled with that. Like they say classically, if you can't find it, build it. Here we are 4 years later. I wouldn't say it's 100% building, it never ends, but we've built kind of a community place that is 100% off-grid. We've got our own septic system, hot water from gas and solar, wind and battery bank and solar panels. It's all 100% off-grid. We're lucky enough to have a small lake on the property which feeds us with water for the gardens and flushing the toilet. And we've also built a few composting toilets on site. So the main goal and aim there was to build a place that can support life in a really comfortable and sustainable way in an off-grid means. We're still in the middle of society, shops and all the main necessities aren't too far away, but we're still able to support our power needs and have enough land to experiment with growing our own food. And I have to say that's probably the most amazing thing ever. Like the whole town will lose power. Street lights are off, whatever, somebody hit a power pole or a storm knocked everything flat, we don't even notice. When those kind of things happen, you realize like it is so good to be self-sufficient, to take care of yourself, the environment around you that takes care of you, and walking into the garden to pick a few pumpkins and some beans and chilies and whatever it is and make a big pot and then share that with the people around you is like, it's a powerful thing. It's like a return of energy. When you start traveling solo, you realize how important it is. You're in a new country, you're by yourself. Where do I meet people? How do I meet people? Where's the cool shit? What am I doing? Building a place like this is like giving back to exactly that, where people can come here, they can meet myself, they can meet other people at the commune. Immediately they've got like 20 doorways open of possibilities of go here, do that. And for me, I understand how hard that is, or what it feels like to be in a new country and not know who your friends are, or you know, where to take myself. So
where to start,
and having a place like this, a little community base, can really help people. So I had a few different names for this place, Profound Town, all this, yeah. And anyway, at the end of the day, people convinced me that I should name it after myself. And my name is FloydTown. So not only is it called FloydTown because my name's Floyd, but Town is actually my last name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
Yeah, so...
Because it is like a little town.
Yeah, somehow maybe I was kind of destined to do this.
Come on down. Down to FloydTown. Come on down.
So you have FloydTown, which is this commune you run, and then you also run YOTA campers, where you do your van builds, right?
Yeah.
So it's van builds and renting them out.
Exactly.
Why did you stop traveling? You stopped traveling because you ran out of money?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But there was more to that. Actually, like, I kind of stopped traveling because I was tired. Traveling's fun, and it's great, and everyone sees kind of your social media posts of how fucking brilliant everything is. But, like, people don't see the downsides.
Yeah.
You know, people share positivity on social media, and they're just snippets of you having the best time.
Yeah.
But in and around that, there's a lot of dark stuff.
Yeah.
There's you getting robbed.
Yeah.
There's you losing your money. There's you running for your life. There's you in a car accident. There's you missing planes and getting tickets messed up and costing you a lot of money. The whole experience was great. But after 6 years or so of traveling, like, my body was worn out. My mind was exhausted. I was sick of carrying a heavy backpack everywhere. You get to this point where you're not excited to be at the next hostel, and you're not ready to, like, woo, adventure. Your friends thing too, like, sick of not having a solid friend that's just there. Having to, oh, I'm alone, like, now I gotta have enough energy in me to speak a weird language or whatever to try and make another friend, and then feel comfortable around that new friend that they got my back and we trust each other and everything's cool. And that's hard.
I'm so happy you're talking about this, because this has been my, like, issue. I'm like, do I want to stop traveling? But then again, I don't, and like, that's kind of why I take so long everywhere I go, and I don't even go see all the sites. Like, I've been here in Sunny Coast for 3.5 months. I haven't even been to the Noosa pools. I haven't been to the main attractions because I'm just kind of like, I've done that. Like, I want to make relationships. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's to say you're tired of going to a country like, all right, what's the sights to see?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Let's make the same small talk 100 times today and ask the same questions. And I mean, it's great, but it's bloody tiring.
Yeah.
At some point, you kind of feel like you want something real in a different sense, like stable relationships, people around you that you feel comfortable with, like family you can know and trust. And when you're traveling, you always have to have some sort of fierce boundaries.
Yeah.
Because you're in a place where you don't know too many people. You could get ripped off. You could get robbed. You could trust somebody, next thing they've got all your belongings and they're in another city.
What would be like a huge life lessons from traveling? It could be a few if you can't really think of one, because I know it's kind of a hard, vague question.
All you need is faith. All you need is faith. That's it. Have faith in the universe. Have faith in the people around you. Have faith in yourself. I know when you're down and low, it's not so easy, but there are the times when you really just have to trust yourself. If you do good things for the people around you, if you do good things for the planet, and you take care of what you can, you're going to be rewarded with the planet and the universe doing good things for you. For me, that's the one thing that's kept me going. Whether it's traveling solo, whether it's in my own business ventures, relationships, like whatever it is, just like have faith that the universe is pointing you in the right direction. It will continue to do so if you do the right thing by it.
I think a big thing, just have faith in yourself.
Yeah.
Have faith that you can do it. I've kind of come to this realization that every decision I make is a great decision, which is a very ambiguous thing to say, but because they could be really bad decisions. But I don't actually believe there's ever really a bad decision, because if you do make a mistake, you learn something from it and you grow, and it maybe pushes you another way. So in a way, everything you do is a great decision
Fully.
if you have faith in it.
Yeah, I mean, this is classic thing of like, how do I move forward? How do this? Like, go out and just make a whole bunch of mistakes.
Yeah.
Because you'll learn from that, and there you grow. Like, how people ask, how did you learn to build campers? How did you learn to build a community? I didn't know. I'd never built a van before. Things are not going well. Why? Why am I having a bad time? Why don't I have any money? Why did that fall? You know, like, why did I crash my car or whatever it is? My reflection is, what am I doing wrong to others? What am I doing wrong to the planet or the people around me? What's some advice that you would have for somebody traveling? Maybe a tip about like finding friends or...
No, this is my tip. I wouldn't
here we
plan
go.
anything.
Yes.
Seriously. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Don't plan anything,
Yeah.
because in the very beginning, I used to plan and everything never went according to plan, and you build up all these expectations in your mind, and then you get frustrated because it's not going to your plan, or you put, I want to jet ski, I want to go on boat, I want to do all these, and then you're tired and you're like, why am I not enjoying my travels? Because I'm freaking exhausted, you know?
Yeah, and you're like stressed out trying to follow this plan that you set, and then if things aren't going to plan, you're frustrated or annoyed that they're not, and you're not having a good time.
No, and if you just don't plan anything, I mean, I'm a little bit on the extreme side, you might be the same, like I don't plan anything even the day of, so I don't even know where I'm going to sleep, because I like it that way, because I don't know who I'm going to meet. You know, I met somebody recently at a festival, and then I got invited to go sailing to Fraser Island for a week.
Making solid plans and forcing yourself to stick to them creates extra pressure that's not needed, but it also blocks you from other opportunities that might have arisen, and you'll say no to those opportunities because you're trying to stick to your plan.
Yeah. I think it's good to have ideas. I always have a little bit of an idea in my head. I'd like to do that. I think I'd like to go north. I think I'd like to see this place. But if it doesn't align, I'm open to new possibilities, and also don't rush.
Yeah, I resonate with that a lot, you know, because you're out there to travel and meet, you know, life. It's this journey where you're trying to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if you're creating like added stress and must do this, must do that in X amount of time and thing, then like, how much fun are you really having? Because you're just stressing trying to get one place to the next on a time constraint, to this, to see that, to grab a picture, to what? Because you need to share it with your friends to make you feel good about that you've been, you know, it's like, that's not helpful to self.
Like sometimes you just need to stay in bed all day and watch Netflix because you're tired. But if you had a plan and an expectation that you had to go do all this, you're not going to fully enjoy it, and you're going to be unhappy when really all you wanted to do was do nothing. It's okay. That's what people need. It's okay. It's your journey. It's your life. And don't be so hard on yourself, because as you're saying, just have faith. You're not always going to do things the right way. You are going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. And even on my channel, like, people call me out for it. And honestly, you're right. Yeah, I do a lot of dumb shit, to be honest, you know, and I'm probably going to do that my entire life. And that's fine. That's because I'm human, and the whole idea is that I learn from it, or maybe I don't learn from it. Maybe I have to do it multiple times to make that mistake, you know? Like, you know how many times I've had dairy when I'm lactose intolerant?
Thanks for hearing out our insight and giving us a few minutes to see what our lives have been about and how that may impact yours. Poppy is such an amazing person, and I'm really glad to have met her. Open book, smiling character, just giving energy of whatever her experiences have been, and I'm sure she'll reply to your comments. If you're interested in any of the things that I've talked about, whether it's businesses or mindset or life goals or whatever it is, like, send me a message, make a connection.
Come to FloydTown if you're in the area.
Come and visit. If you're in Australia, if you're in Brisbane.
And if you want a van build, I'm definitely, when I buy another van, I'm coming to you, and we're going to build the van. I'll help you build the van.
So you might see that as well.
And yeah, maybe we'll make some more videos in the future.
And as always, you own the adventure. It's backwards though, because it's mirrored, right?
Is it both in, I don't know.
No, it has to be see-through, so because it's mirrored, right?
I don't know. No, it's not. Okay, let's end it on that.
Vem mais uma vez, deixa que é como dançar. Se entregue de uma vez, na dança se deixa levar. Olha.